morning, Nigerians, and this is Kakaaki Social. This is the segment of the show where we spotlight the issues that are shaping debates in the Nigerian social media. I am Ohimai Amaized. It's a season of political forgiveness. Yesterday, former President Olusegun Obasanjo finally endorsed his former Vice President of 8 years, Atiku Abubakar, who is also the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. That development happened yesterday in Abeokuta, and of course, present where the national chairman of the PDP, Uche Secondus, the general overseer of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, Bishop David Oyedepo, popular Muslim cleric Sheikh Gumi, and of course the Catholic Archbishop of the Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Kuka, well, all at that event that we saw yesterday. That generated a lot of developments and conversations in the Nigerian social media. But let's take a look at how Atiku exposed the details of what happened yesterday to us. He tweeted, he said, "It was exciting meeting with my former boss and having lunch with him in Abeokuta." Of course, you can see the pictures attached to that tweet. You can see Matthew Kuka there with Obasanjo there and Atiku himself, and then Sheikh Gumi standing beside. And of course, there were other pictures attached to that tweet. And in another tweet, he gave special accolades to the General Overseer of Living Faith Church Worldwide, Bishop David Oyedepo. Let's take a look at that tweet, the second tweet that followed this tweet yesterday. "Thank you for the prayers, Bishop Oyedepo. God bless Nigeria." Finally, Obasanjo endorses Atiku, his former vice president, laying to rest speculation whether he was going to endorse Buhari or Atiku. Punch filed a report yesterday stating, "I have forgiven you wholeheartedly," Obasanjo tells Atiku. Let's take a look at excerpts from that report as Punch reported it yesterday. Obasanjo said of Atiku, "From what transpired in the last couple of hours or so, you have shown remorse. You have asked for forgiveness, and you have indicated that you have learned some good lessons, and you will mend fences and make amends as necessary and as desirable. Whenever or wherever you might have offended me, as a Christian who asks for God's forgiveness of my sins and inadequacies on a daily basis, I forgive, and I sincerely advise you to learn from the past and do what is right, and it will be well with you," Obasanjo added. Quite an interesting development yesterday. And of course, Atiku must have hit a very great sigh of relief. Let's take a look at this video from that endorsement, which was trending yesterday in the Nigerian social media.
I heard through. From what I personally know of you, you have capacity to perform better than the incumbent. You surely understand the economy better. You have business experience which can make your administration business friendly and boost the economy and provide jobs to our youth.
Capacity to perform better than the incumbent, the words of former President Olusegun Obasanjo there yesterday in Abeokuta, endorsing his former Vice President of 8 years, Atiku Abubakar, now presidential candidate of the PDP. Nigerians have been reacting to that development, tweeting at Onku_Ajala. Obasanjo supported Shagari in 1979. He won. Obasanjo supported himself in 1999. He won. OBJ supported himself in 2003. He won. OBJ supported Yaradua in 2007. He won. OBJ supported GJ in 2011. He won. OBJ supported Buhari in 2015. He won. OBJ is supporting Atiku in 2019. He will win. From that Twitter user there, Uncle Ajala tweeting. Let's go on and see more reactions from Nigerians. From Twitter user Mr. ID. "If Obasanjo likes, he can endorse Atiku. If he likes, he can endorse Buhari. Even Obi, if he so desires. Question is very simple. Can OBJ deliver his Abeokuta polling unit? At this point, the answer is no." These are the opinions of Mr. ID tweeting yesterday while Obasanjo's endorsement was trending. And from Ogbeni Dipo, we saw this tweet. Obasanjo endorsed Buhari in 2014, and he was praised to high heavens. Today, some are trying very hard to rubbish Obasanjo's endorsement of Atiku, which he does not have any political clout. When fire burns the devil, he speaks in many languages. From Ogbeni Dikpo there. And let's take a look at more tweets in reaction to that yesterday. From Steve Tosin tweeted, "When Pastor W.F. Kumuyi visited Buhari at the villa, the angry birds, children of malice and perdition, went into premature ejaculation of joy. Today, Bishop Oyedepo accompanied Atiku to make peace with Obasanjo at Ota Farm. Same angry birds are in a fit of rage and convulsion. A lot of dramatic responses we saw yesterday in the Nigerian social media as Obasanjo endorses Atiku, and the video you're about to watch was attached to this tweet. PDP folks, when they heard former President Olusegun Obasanjo has finally endorsed Atiku Abubakar for 2019. This was what happened according to that video. When PDP supporters heard that Obasanjo has endorsed Atiku. Let's take a look at that very short clip. And of course, Reno Mokri, former new media aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, tweeted, "Can the lifeless president dance like this? Atiku will be a president that is full of life." Hashtag green us that. He attached a video as well of Atiku dancing. Let's take a look at that video. Okay, while that was happening, the special advisor to President Buhari on media, Femi Adesina, tweeted, "The harder they come, the harder they fall. 2019 presidential election on my mind." Femi Adesina tweeting yesterday as the news of Obasanjo endorsing Atiku was trending in the Nigerian social media. Let's take a look at reactions to his tweet yesterday on Twitter. Are you following the Ota meeting? Ekbeleo from Twitter user Shedak PWA01, and of course from another Twitter user, what else do you think he posted? Femi is just trying to tell himself all will be well. Nigerians reacting to Femi Adesina's tweet. Another Twitter user posted and said, "High blood pressure medicine go finish for Abuja today." Yesterday, as we saw this tweet also from Ben_G's. Will you be going back to Sun News next year, or are you going to be compiling your memoirs of how you behaved contrary to what you stood for pre-2015? Talking about memoirs, one Twitter user posted a tweet yesterday that generated a lot of reactions. Mr. Stanley Wabia, this was what he tweeted. He said, "Books to expect post-2019 after Buhari returns to Dara. Serving Buhari, My Patriotic Error by Tolu Ogunlesi. I Was Young, Blame Me Not by Bashir Ahmad. Deadly Loyalty, My Story by Garba Shehu. Can My Head Be Correct by Femi Adesina. And Beyond Witchcraft by Loretta Onoche." Let's take a look at more Nigerians responded with their own versions of the kind of books to expect in 2019 after if President Buhari leaves office. And from this Twitter user Picks Up Mof 2, we saw this tweet. He said, "You forgot to add What Lies Ahead by Lai Muhammad." Let's take a look at more possible topics of books to be written by President Buhari supporters if they lose the election in 2019. Forgive Me, Gani, Return of the Prodigal Son by Festus Keyamo. Let's take a look at other options of possible book titles. From this Twitter user Wani_Ka_Enyi, he tweeted, he said, "I Wish I Knew Better by Rotimi Amechi. Reject Me Not by Chris Ngige. Thought I Was Strong by Adams Oshomole." Very interesting book titles there that can be written by President Buhari supporters if they don't return in 2019. And of course, yesterday night, the presidency officially released a statement reacting to Obasanjo's endorsement of Atiku, breaking presidency. Obasanjo's support for Atiku, a predictable somersault. Yes, the presidency released an official statement yesterday on Obasanjo's endorsement of Atiku. And of course, guess who they sent to issue that statement? Garba Shehu, long-time new media aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. This was a statement, part of which he tweeted on his official Twitter handle. He said, "The presidency has received the news of former President Olusegun Obasanjo's predictable U-turn and somersault on the endorsement of the PDP candidate Atiku Abubakar at a meeting Thursday, and to say that we are the least surprised by the well-rehearsed theater." The official statement of the Nigerian presidency issued by Garba Shehu yesterday. Let's take a look at another part of that statement. According to that statement, he said, tweeting, "They will lose together." Listening to the prepared statement of the former president after the meeting showed the usual ego trip and I know it all character of Chief Obasanjo. The Nigerian presidency there has described what happened yesterday as a predictable somersault. And on Facebook, still on the article Obasanjo matter, we saw this post from Yaya Atahir. If Obasanjo truly claimed to have forgiven Atiku and endorsed him today on PDP ticket, despite the party's 16 years atrocities against Nigerian people, I think it would be better the masses keep faith with PMB for the next 4 years, overlooking some of his mistakes, hoping for some adjustments. A Buhari supporter there speaking on Facebook. Let's take a look at another post on Facebook from Otumba Adewale Onayemi. Imagine Obasanjo eating his own words. Same old story. Some people need to stay away from politics. We saw that post yesterday on Facebook. A lot of reactions yesterday in the Nigerian social media. And of course, while that was trending also, we saw this particular report. He shall come back in 2019. Christian clerics launch 40-day prayer for Buhari. Christian clerics have launched a 40-day prayer for the return of President Muhammadu Buhari. Let's take a look at some reactions to that. From Unlimited Wages on Twitter, we saw this tweet. The 40-day prayer will be directed to God, who is impartial and does not want Nigerians to continue in these doldrums of shame, tagged by the APC as change. Christian clerics should be spiritually more discerning so as not to pray amiss. And one more tweet on that matter from Ripiye. We saw this tweet. Clerics should stay out of politics. That's how some fake ones rushed in with fake predictions and prophecies in 2015. It's about repeating itself. High-wire drama leading up to the 2019 presidential elections. Away from politics now, we move on to yesterday when the Day of the Girl Child was trending on social media globally. From the Human Rights Watch handle, we saw this tweet. Globally, 1 in 14 girls are married before they turn 15. End child marriage, Day of the Girl Child. Yesterday was the International Day of the Girl Child, and across the world we saw tributes to the girl child. From Jude Ferromin, we saw this tweet. Dear Niger, today is the International Day of the Girl Child. It's another day to remind the federal government of Nigeria that Leah Sharibu is still missing. Leah Sharibu is not back at Aso Rock, at Mbuari, at Prof. Oshibanjo. And of course, from Find Your Part, Yvonne Benson in Dausa, we saw this tweet. Education is one of the fastest accelerators out of poverty. Nigeria has 13.2 million children out of school, the majority of which are girls. Buhari, what message are we sending our girls? Day of the Girl Child, educate our girls. And of course, the British High Commission in Nigeria posted this video yesterday as well. 6 phenomenal young Nigerian men on why girl child education is not optional and more men should join the he for she movement. Hashtag Day of the Girl, hashtag Leave No Girl Behind. Let's take a look at that short video.
Just imagine how girls' education could influence the world.
Out of the 123 million young illiterates in this world, 76 million are female. This is due to many men-driven rules in parts of the world.
What will be the case if these numerous talents are nurtured through education?
Yeah, most people feel the girl child is supposed to be at home, but that's not so. Every girl child on earth has the same thing a boy child has.
It is as important for the boy child to be educated as it is for the girl child.
There's a famous saying, if we educate a boy, we educate an individual. If we educate a girl, we educate an entire nation. If a girl's right to education is taken from her, another barrier for future development is added. Statistics prove that if a girl attends school, it decreases the rate of early marriages.
Woman trafficking will be low when the girl child is educated. Girl child education improves baby survival rate.
Okay, away from the Day of the Girl Child, we move to the foreign scene where yesterday superstar rap artist Kanye West visited Donald Trump in the White House. And he said, I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug. Kanye West visited Donald Trump in the Oval Office of the White House yesterday, and they had a very interesting engagement which has been trending in the social media across the world. These are images from that development yesterday, and let's take a look at a video, a very short video of Kanye West saying how much he loves President Donald Trump.
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
That's really nice. Come here. That's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy. These two are special people. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, they're special people. And I appreciate it. Jim, Kanye, I appreciate it. So let's go have some lunch. Okay? Thank you all very much.
Wow, interesting development there. When can we see something like this in Nigeria? You know, president and the superstar artist in the presidential villa in the office of the president. having this kind of rapport. Well, yesterday, we saw this development yesterday. The cable broke this report. Assurance expired. Davido, Chioma's relationship hit the rocks over infidelity. The cable filed this report yesterday, which was trending all through yesterday evening. Quite a sad development there. For those who have been following this couple, Davido and his much celebrated Chioma Assurance. Excerpts from that report, the much celebrated relationship of Davido Adeleke and Chioma Avery Rowland is in troubled waters. The cable lifestyle understands. The lovers are said to be having incessant disagreements over alleged infidelity on the part of the superstar. Chioma has been complaining and they're having problems, according to an insider in the loop of things. The cable lifestyle understands that their disagreement recently reached a head when Chioma confronted the singer over allegations of impregnating yet another woman. And of course, wait for it, this was how Davido reacted to that news on Twitter yesterday. He reacted quite angrily from his official Twitter handle. He said, "God punish you, see you in court." Well, we have not seen the end of that matter. It's a developing story. We'll take a look at that. And okay, thank God it's Friday, and a lot of Nigerians love to party. And the video you're about to watch, it's just a reminder that as you are partying this weekend, take a closer look at what you're wearing. And let's take a look at this video as we wrap up this segment of the show. Okay, please follow the conversation on all our social media platforms at Kakaaki Social on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I am Ohimaya Maiza, your anchor on this segment. Kakaaki Social returns Monday next week. Now handing you over back now to Sally and Chikodi.